Alright, this is going to be an Amazon item review of this Joseph M-Cuisine Make More of Your Microwave. This is a rice and grain cooker. Alright, so this was $20. I don't know if the price will change, but yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so we have this. Prepare, cook, and serve in one. So here you go. Serve straight to the table. Suitable for cooking a variety of grains, including rice, oats, quinoa, and couscous. I'm only going to use it to make rice because I don't cook any of the other stuff, but here you go. There's a measuring cup, rice colander, lock and carry with rice paddle, and then serve with rice paddle. I don't use a colander with my rice, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll use that. I mean, I guess it will help to drain the rice when I wash it the first 1 or 2 times, and then I can pour the water off easily. I use the rice water to water my plants, so that might be useful. Alright, so let's take a look here. We're only going to look at the English. GB, what does that mean? Microwave rice and grain cooker. Alright, prepare, cook, and serve rice and grains in one. Rice paddle has several uses: to secure the pot lid, as a carrying handle, to fluff and serve cooked rice, integrated handle on colander. Alright, care and use: dishwasher and microwave safe. Please note all microwave ovens vary. Adjust cooking times to suit your particular appliance. Always protect hands when removing container from a microwave oven container, or its contents may become very hot. Take extra care when draining hot water to prevent staining. Avoid using with strong colorants such as turmeric. Okay, they have different languages there. Here we go. And yeah, there's a dishwasher safe and stuff, BPA free. Okay, so rice paddle, lid, colander, cooking pot, 2 liters or 2.1 quarts, and a measuring cup. So let's see how much rice we can make in this thing. So we can open it like this. Take these out. Oh, it's gonna break the box. Come on, don't do that. Okay, there we go. So this is what it looks like inside, wrapped in a plastic baggie. So there's not really any padding in the box, it's just plain cardboard box. Okay, and then they have this baggie that they taped. Looks like they taped it. I don't want to tear it in case I need to return it, but I'm most likely going to have to tear it because it doesn't seem like this tape will separate easily. I mean, I'll probably end up keeping it, but if it doesn't work well, we'll see. Because they have some models where oh, okay, the tape tore itself. Okay, but anyways, there we go. We're getting it opened. Alright, so you don't have to tear the bag to get this out. And there's some little bit of tape here that's holding that together. Okay, so we'll get this bag. Oh, it wasn't sealed right. So it's already not looking good. What? Okay, twist that better, so you have to lock it. Okay, so it wasn't locked on right from shipping. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. So, are there instructions here on how to cook this? How long to microwave or whatever? I don't know. So the spoon, it just twists like that. I'm assuming you can put it, yep, it's symmetrical, so you can put it either way. It just twists and locks on like this, okay? And you can use that to carry the whole bucket, okay? Twist that to take it out. Oh, that's kind of not nice. So the twisting mechanism. Oh, okay. So this locks it, and then it kind of scrapes the paddle. So, I mean, whatever. But it has that to lock it into place. If you look in there, there's a little dimple there, and a little dimple there. Okay, then we have the lid that comes out. It has the holes so it can steam. Okay, and then you have this handle that comes up so you can take the whole thing out. Alright, we're going to have to wash this first before we use it, obviously, and then we'll cook our first thing of rice. Hopefully rice won't get stuck in the holes. The holes are pretty small, so I don't know if you like leave this and it gets gross and moldy or something, it's going to get caught in these strainers. I don't know how you would clean that out. You'd have to use like some kind of brush or something. But here you go. That's what the inside of the white bucket, outer bucket looks like. Okay, we have this little measuring cup, and I think this just says that you can suffocate yourself. Bags can be dangerous. To avoid suffocation. Yep. Keep away from children or whatever. Keep away from babies and children. Alright, anyways, this is the scooper. It has their Joseph thing on it, and it has the little measuring, 1 cup, alright, 2/3, half cup, and 1/3 cup. I don't know if this is like actual cup measurements, like a measuring cup. It probably is. Anyways, let's go ahead and open up this booklet and see what we got. So there are these instructions, it looks like. Okay, and that's in Japanese. Where's the English portion? Here we go. Here's the English. So, microwave rice and grain cooker. Thank you for purchasing. Okay, read this before first use. Includes information about the various parts, useful cooking guide, information about cleaning, and looking after your product. Okay, so how to use. Place rice or grains into the colander and rinse. Place colander inside cooking pot, then add the required amount of water. See guidelines overleaf, so I guess on the other side. Place lid on pot and then lock using rice paddle. Do not cover the holes in the lid. Microwave as per the cooking guidelines overleaf. Remove from the microwave and allow to stand for 5 minutes. Fluff rice or grains with paddle and serve. Caution. Always protect hands when removing containers from a microwave oven. Containers or their contents may become very hot. Check moisture level regularly throughout cooking. Do not allow rice or grains to become dry or overheat, as this may cause damage to the product or microwave. If necessary, add extra water during cooking. And cleaning and care. Dishwasher safe to prevent staining. Okay, same thing. Not suitable for use in a convection microwave oven using convection settings. Alright, a conventional oven or a hob or under the grill. So make sure you're using a normal microwave to do this. Okay, if you don't care about the stains, then yeah, don't worry about using turmeric and stuff. You can go ahead and do that and just make it discolored. Here's the rice paddle, the lid, colander, cooking pot, 2 liter or 2.1 quarts, and the measuring cup. Okay. So it locks the lid during cooking, forms carry handle when locked, allows you to fluff and serve rice. Obviously, okay, traps steam during cooking, helping. So none of this is, you don't really need to read any of this, but there you go. Handle allows you to easily rinse and drain rice and grains before cooking. Okay, so that's good. Perfect for cooking rice, oats, and a variety of grains. And yeah, I've heard somebody use it to make ramen or something. I saw a comment, or what do you call it, review. Cooking guidelines. Okay, these are based on an 800 watt microwave oven. So, 800 watt is actually very low powered. I have a 900 watt microwave oven I just bought that also does air frying and all of that. So this will be useful in there. I'll probably use that microwave to do that because my microwave that I use in the house is 1200 watts. So it'll probably be too powerful. Anyways, here you go. Water, cook time, standard. Okay, so for basmati rice, which I'm going to be using jasmine rice, so this isn't important to me, but here you can read it. This tells you how much rice, a 1/3 cup, 150 milliliters of water, 8 to 10 minutes, and then 5 minutes of rest time. So here you go, depending on how much rice you cook. If you're just one person, then they recommend this much. 2 people that much, 3 people that. Does this have milliliters on it? Okay, this has milliliters on it as well, so you can see. So it's actual cup measurements and milliliters. So if you lose this cup, then you know how much to actually put. If you're doing jasmine rice, which I'll do, I'm going to do the full amount. I'm going to do 2 cups just because I want to see how well it can cook 2 cups of rice. But you can see 2 cups, 850 milliliters, 15 to 17 minutes, and 5 minutes. That's definitely faster than my regular rice cooker, so that's good. we'll test it out just to make sure. All right, long grain rice, here you go. I'm just putting this in here. I'm not going to read all of that because I'm just going to make jasmine rice, but here you go, whole grain rice. If you need the instructions, there you go. Hopefully there wasn't glare on the ones. And then porridge oats. There's instructions. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make some rice. So I'm going to do the jasmine rice. I'm going to wash them up and I'll be back. Alright, so first things first is washing it, okay? So, it's very easy to wash. Most of the surfaces are very smooth. Just clean it, alright? You have the rice scooper spoon thing, all of this. It's all very nice and smooth, okay? Even this bucket drains, okay? Can go ahead and easily wipe it. The handle, since it's kind of like flush with the bucket, it's pretty nice and easy to clean, and then you can lift it up. Wipe it that way, okay, dump the water out. There's a little bit of like with these lines for the grooves, okay, which make it, if stuff gets stuck in there, might be a little bit of trouble to clean, but nothing too bad. All right, then since it all fits together, you can just put it all in there like that. Rinse the little scooper first. Okay, again, I'm gonna cook 2 cups of rice in this thing just to see how it goes. The only thing is there's no measuring lines inside here that tell you what to do, so you have to either memorize the little booklet or keep it somewhere for you. So I guess if you use the same thing and you cook the same thing very often, oh, my sponge had some oil on it or something, so it kind of made things greasy here. Ugh. Alright, anyways, clean that off. There you go. Also, you saw I'm using the blue scratchy side, and you can actually see it makes like little micro scratches in there, so if you're worried about getting those scratches on it, use the spongy portion, okay? And that should prevent it from getting those little scratches on it. Alright, so I'm going to wash all this, and then I'll be back. Alright, so this is what 2 cups of rice looks like in here. Alright, I'm going to rinse it out a few times. We'll put it now to the cold water. One thing, because the instructions are for an 800 watt microwave, keep in mind that you can just adjust the power level of your microwave. So if I want, I could do 90%, right? If I do, 90% of the 900 watt microwave, then what? That's like 81 or something. So, or sorry, 810. So that's like, yeah, 810 watts. So I could technically do 90% and then run it at the normal thing. Although I'm wondering if I leave it at 900 watts, if that just means I can just microwave it for a shorter time. Okay, so we put the rice in there. We can now drain it out. It's very nice because normally when I try and get all the water out, the dirty water out, I have to like tip it, and then I end up sometimes spilling some of that rice out. Here you can see the rice water, and I'm just going to pour it off to a bucket on the side so I can water my plants with it later. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and wash it again. Or you can just wash it while draining it if you don't care about saving the water and just let it all go down the drain. Okay, I think after washing it twice, it should be already pretty clean, especially since it drains majority of the water. Yeah, it's definitely much clearer than when I do it the normal way, but I mean, usually I don't care to make the water so clean. Usually you don't even have to wash your rice if you don't want to. It's not really dirty stuff. Some people say it's like starch and all that, but honestly, I think it's just all the rice particles rubbing together, and then you just got rice powder that's in your rice. Which, if you leave that in there, it's like you have rice flour in there, and then it basically makes your rice a little more sticky, which to me isn't a bad thing. Alright, anyway, so we'll do it one more time just so you can see. Alright. So you can see the water, it turned a lot clearer already. And if I were to wash this in a regular rice pot without a strainer or colander kind of thing, it'll stay kind of cloudy a lot longer. But again, I don't really care to have my rice this clean, honestly. And if I'm going to use this while like on the go camping or whatever, I mean, you're probably like, how do you have a microwave while camping? So I have the Cybertruck and I use the outlets for that. But yeah, normally I don't care, and I would rather preserve my clean water that I brought with me, and I would probably just eat it as is. Anyway, so now we need 580 milliliters of water. So you can see what 2 cups of rice, this is jasmine rice, what about 2 cups looks like. And now we're gonna put in 580 milliliters of water. So the scooper is 250, so we're gonna do 2 of those. Okay, so there's 250. I don't know how I'm gonna do an 80. I just estimate. Okay, there's a 500. And then there's the measurement for 50, and then there's 100. So in the middle of 50 and 100 is, I mean, this is, right? Oh, so each one is 50. So if I go in between, that's basically like 75, so close enough. Okay, so somewhat in the middle between 50 and 100. Pour that in there, and you can kind of see, if you do this often enough, you probably can like just get an idea of how high the water is to the rice. And this is more important when microwaving, because in a rice pot, the way a rice cooker works is it'll keep cooking and boiling the water until there's no more water. And that's how the rice cooker knows that it's done cooking. Basically, it'll boil off all the water, and the water will keep the pot at about 100 degrees Celsius. Once there's no more water to boil, the temperature goes above that, and it knows that the water is gone and it should stop cooking. In a microwave one, there's no way for it to know, so it's just depending on the temperature. So for me, my finger, it goes about halfway up my finger when I stick it into there. So if I lose the cup or something, I'll just kind of estimate, and then I'll just get the water to about halfway up my finger, which is about what I do in a regular rice cooker anyways. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to use the rice cooker I have outside. We're going to put this on. I don't know if there's a specific way you should have these vents oriented, because if you put it here, okay, like let's say you put it here, you see how it's blocked? So as long as you, I guess, don't block those vents, then you should be fine. So try and orient it perpendicular to where these slots are, and then you should be okay. So get that in there, twist that on, okay, make sure it locked into place. So it locks based on just that, and you can see it's not easy to twist. And I'm gonna go bring this to my microwave outside. I'm going to do, at full power, I'm going to do 15 minutes and see how it turns out. So 900 watt microwave, 15 minutes. It is designed for an 800 watt microwave, and it says to do 15 to 17 minutes. And then after that, you let it sit 5 minutes. So I'm going to put it in there 15 minutes, and then I'll check on it in 20 minutes, because then that gave it the 15 minutes and the 5-minute rest time. All right, so here we go. We have the microwave. Again, this is 900 watt. I'm going to take this stuff out of here. We'll just leave that on top. We'll put the rice cooker in. And alright, so this is a 9 cubic foot, or 0.9 cubic foot, so less than a cubic foot microwave, and it fits in here nicely. There's plenty of room all around. And let's go ahead and microwave. Again, we're going to microwave this at power level 10, sure. Oops, I don't want to lower the power level. So power level 10 for 15 minutes. And again, I'll let it sit in there for a full 20 minutes. So 15 minutes after it's done microwaving, I'll let it sit another 5 minutes, and then we'll check on it. So I'll see you guys when that's done. Alright, so here you can see it's microwaving and the steam is coming out, and it's actually getting all on the front glass. We're almost done, only 10 seconds to go. So yeah, we'll let it go. And then we'll set a timer 5 minutes. I'll probably take it out of the microwave and let it sit for 5 minutes, because yeah, I don't want to leave it in there for the 5 minutes. So we'll set the timer for 10 minutes. Oh, sorry, 5 minutes. And we'll let it go. Alright, so I'm going to take this out because I don't want all the steam trapped in there. You can actually see, let me actually show you closer in a second. So you can actually see it let some of the rice water kind of bubble out. So yeah, it's gonna, I guess it'll do that if you have a full amount of rice. We did put 2 cups, which is the max amount that they show on the instructions. I'm assuming you shouldn't do more than 2 cups or it'll probably boil completely over and spill everywhere. So anyways, we'll let this sit for 5 minutes and then we'll bring it inside, open it up, and take a look. Actually, let's bring it inside right now and then we'll open it in 5 minutes. Alright, so it's been a little over 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. It's probably been close to 6 minutes. Alright, so as you can see, because we did the full amount, it kind of came out. You have some rice paper here. If you like to eat rice paper, then you have that you can eat. And the rice looks a bit soggy, so maybe I should have done 17 minutes. Actually, okay, let's stir it up. Maybe it's just the top layer. The thing is, now where do I set this down? Because it got gross on top. So I kind of don't want to set it down on anything. The bottom has water on top, so I mean on it. So anyways, we'll fluff the rice like it said. Okay, and actually it looks pretty good. Okay, so we'll just kind of fluff up the rice. The top looked very watery. The under portion looks a lot better. So maybe if I microwaved it a little bit longer, then all of that extra wateriness would be gone. But you want to be careful because this is just plastic. I saw some pictures people were posting in their reviews that it melted. Obviously, my theory is they didn't read the instructions about 800-watt microwaves, or they didn't know how to adjust their microwave, and they microwaved it the same length in a much more powerful microwave. If you go from an 800-watt microwave and microwave it for 17 minutes, and then you go to a 1200-watt microwave and microwave it for 17 minutes, what do you think is going to happen? There's going to be no water in there, and you're going to burn all your food in there. So anyways, this is what the rice looks like. You can see it's a bit more wet than I like. But again, if I cooked it longer, maybe it wouldn't be like that. And also, if I let it sit longer, it'll probably be a little bit more dry. Texture-wise, eating it, very good. Yeah. I wouldn't mind this rice coming out of even a regular rice cooker. So yeah, it comes out nice. You can lift this whole thing out. I'm going to actually pour this into my rice cooker pot just to see how high it fills. I'm going to leave it in there with the keep warm just so I have this rice for later, because I don't want to have to microwave this whole thing again later. So let me clean that pot. I'm going to pour this all in there and then you can see how much it fills up. Alright, so here's my normal rice pot cooker thing, and you can actually see how worn it is from how much we use it. Alright, and yeah, it still works fine, so no point replacing it. Some people will probably be like, time to get a new one. But, nope, not me. Alright, anyways, we're gonna dump this in there. So we have this nice handle you can use for carrying the rice. And now we're just gonna dump it into there. Alright, and it poured out pretty cleanly. There's still stuff in there, obviously. It's not nonstick, it's just plastic. Okay, I mean, it's not nonstick, it's plastic. Get it? Alright, anyways. So we're just gonna scoop out the remaining little bits here. Okay, and it looks like if you clean it like soon after, it's actually not even gonna be too difficult to clean up either. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just get all this and scoop this, and we'll just wash it after. Okay, you can see the bottom is kind of, yeah, it got moist. All right, anyways, stir it around again to release the moisture. Okay, or evenly distribute the moisture, and that's quite a bit of rice. So yeah, that's plenty. This thing, what does it say? They tell you 2 cups is about enough for how many people? 6 people. And it does look like a good amount. Normally when I cook rice in this rice cooker, I think it takes about half an hour or so, and then I have to let it steam and stuff. So it actually cooks faster than the regular rice cooker. And yeah, whether you're doing it for 4, 5, or 6 people, it takes the same amount of time. So keep that in mind. One and a third cup versus 2 cups, you're still cooking it for the same amount of time. You can maybe do a little bit less, but it came out good, even 15 minutes. But that was in a 900 watt microwave. I think most people are gonna have more than 800 watt microwaves, unless you have like a small portable one or a tiny one in a cramped kitchen. Because I thought the 900 watt was kind of low wattage when I have a 1200 watt one. Yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and wash it out now, the rice cooker pot thing, and let's see how difficult that'll be. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and clean this. We got some hot water, and yeah, you're definitely gonna have to like use the sponge, but it comes off pretty easily. Also, because it's in this bucket shape, it's very easy to soak it if you need to soak it. So if you left it in there, everything's like dried, hardened, stuck on there. Actually, because it's in this bucket, it'd be very easy to like soak this. Like you can leave this rice scooper thing on there and you can soak it, like just fill up the bucket, right? You can put this here and you can let it like actually soak the entire thing. Oh shoot, it's a little bit hard to get this while water's on it because it's not full. But yeah, you can like let it fill up, okay? And you can actually soak the entire thing. That's very nice. And then you can put that, you can add more water on top if the stuff up here is soaked on. The rice handle thing, I mean, if you let it soak in there first and then you put the lid on top, then you can actually soak it all at the same time. You can't really fit this inside. So, yeah. Alright, but anyways, seems like it's super easy to clean. Alright, very nice. Much easier, well, not much easier, but it's easier than cleaning the regular rice pot one that I use. I mean, the regular rice pot one is also non-stick, pretty easy to wipe, but you also have to take that top lid off, which the top lid part is the one that's a little bit more difficult to clean. But I mean, if you let it soak in water too, then it's not bad. But this has like a nice built-in thing that makes it easy to soak. So very nice. Alright, super easy to clean and cook the rice really well. I'll probably experiment cooking a little bit longer next time, although 900 watts, it's already a little bit hotter than a regular microwave. So if you're using an 800 watt microwave, I would probably think 15 minutes won't be good enough. Maybe do 17. But yeah, I mean, it varies from microwave to microwave. I was using the microwave outside, so that's also a contributing factor. Okay, it's a lot colder out there. It was windy and it's kind of rainy season right now. So yeah, but yeah, this thing's pretty nice. Wash really easily. Okay, very easy to soak and clean if you are like the type like me where I just leave it sitting for a while, or if you leave the rice in here and it gets stuck on there from sitting for too long. The holes look very nice and cleaned up. It doesn't look like any rice got stuck in there. So yeah, I think overall very nice design, very easy to clean. We had a different one before where the lid, it's like some weird round bell-shaped thing on top, and if stuff gets stuck in there, it's a lot harder to clean. So this is actually a very good design. I like it. As for the rice scooper being a handle, I mean, it does work as a handle. So if you see here, but because it's so flat to the thing, I wouldn't say it's a great handle. It's I guess if you hold it from the sides, it works better as a handle, but holding from here, it's kind of like, maybe you have to hold here, but then it's like going at a weird angle. So I guess if you use it like this, it's a good handle, but in terms of like holding it like this, it feels very awkward, and it feels like if you don't have good grip strength, you're gonna drop this on the floor. So probably use this as a handle, and be careful because these tabs you can see are kind of bendy. I don't know, if you like pulled on it too hard, you might snap those off. So I don't think I saw anyone complain about that, so you're probably going to be okay as long as you're not like just overly like pulling on it really hard and purposely doing something that might break it. So there you go, very nice rice cooker. I've heard people use this for like steaming vegetables and other things. I mean, oh, Interesting. It lifted the whole thing off with it. So I guess you can actually use the thing to lift this part off as well. But sometimes it doesn't stick on too strong. So if it sticks on this middle thing, I guess that's what it means, like the handle for taking this lid off. And that works well. Okay, maybe this design, they should make it a little bit, grip a little stronger. Actually, it holds pretty well. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why it was coming off so easily the first time. Maybe push it in the middle there so it grips a little bit better. And yeah, it looks like that holds on to it pretty nice. So there you go. Looks nice and clean. Again, I did use the scratchy side of the sponge, so you see all these little scratchies in it. So if you're worried about scratching the plastic and that getting in your food, maybe you want to use the spongy side, don't use the scratchy side. And if you're worried about plastics completely, then maybe you're against this completely and you want to just use a regular rice cooker with I don't know, a wooden or metal spoon to scoop out your rice. But there you go. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this helped you see about what's out there. I thought this was a pretty cool design. It was a little bit more expensive than other microwave rice cookers I saw, but I did like this design and the way it looked. Very compact and everything. My only worry at first was that if it would fit in my smaller microwave, and it fits nicely. So there you go. This will be a nice portable rice cooker for me to use on the go on road trips and things like that. And actually also nice for cooking rice if I'm more in a hurry and I want to save a few minutes, because the regular rice cooker takes longer. So there you go. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.